Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's live webinar. The topic is exploring requirements management with traceability. Here with me is my good friend and colleague, Rajani JAYAKUMAR.
Hello.
Hi there. So, just before we get started, I just want to do a little housekeeping here and remind you, this is a live webinar and you will have the opportunity at the end to ask your questions and we'll answer live right here. So all you have to do to participate is go to the link below. If you're on the YouTube channel right now, there's a link in the description, which will bring you to the Innovia user community. And actually, more specifically to this post. This is the event post. So it kind of just tells you the high level agenda. You could also watch the video here if you want to just watch right from the community. You can meet the presenter. If you want to learn more about Rajani, you can click on this picture and go check out her swim profile. And then if you can't get enough after today, you can binge watch all of our replays of past webinars. There's a lot of exciting content there and hours of fun watching. And finally, here at the bottom, this is where you can ask your questions or leave a comment. We really encourage that. You can either let us know how we're doing, tell us a topic you might want to see in the future, or of course, today we'd really like to get your questions and Rajani will attempt to answer those live. Finally, if you are watching this on demand or you do not get a chance to ask your question today, please post it here. And Rajani will answer it over the next couple weeks. We'll continue to check this post and we'll be adding feedback and answers. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the ball to Rajani and we're going to get this started. Rajani, let me just add your screen.
Okay. Do you see my screen? Okay.
Yep, we're good to go.
Can you guys hear me properly?
Yep, looks like it's good on their end too.
All right. So my name is Rajani JAYAKUMAR. I am part of Innovia IPS team. So today I have some demonstrations prepared to show the value of our 3D experience platform and how we can manage requirements starting from ideation all the way to product development. And this shows the digital continuity within the managing with the 3D experience platform. So this is the agenda topics that I have for today. So I have, I will show you how we can use our NetVibes technology available with the platform to manage, bring information from different sources. It could be external, it could be from your internal information. So you can monitor and manage all that. And at the same time, how the team can collaborate using 3D Swim. Which is, they can create their own communities to discuss new product development or any enhancements that they're working on. At the same time, 3D experience platform, we offer the project plan, project management tools, so you can monitor your projects and manage your cost and timeline and resources scheduling and all that. At the same time, we want to see how the requirements are passing from starting from ideation all the way to the managing the requirements management using our requirements management applications. And once the requirements are managed and properly life cycle managed everything, and then how we can use the same requirements and then model the system. Basically, we are getting ready to start the product design, so and system development and product design. So I will not go over too much detail into the system side of it. We can have a next session, next webinar on that topic, but today I'll show you how we can model the system, design type side of it, and then finally I'll show you the traceability. Okay, so this is the topic, and my story today is a story around a mini projector, BME. So the team will be discussing about having a new front cover. They wanted to introduce a new pink front cover. The old one is a white one. They wanted to introduce a new one for the starting from new model year. So how the project team is getting ready to discuss the topic, discuss the new requirements coming in, and how they are putting it into the configuration and assigning to the next model year. Okay, at the same time we have to understand, once we get to the requirements, we want to manage all the stakeholder requirements. It could be coming from your customers, it could be coming from your different team members or system subsystem and all that. So we have the stimulus application that we can use to validate the requirements, so that every requirement is validated and only the correct and functional requirements are managed. At the same time, we have CATIA magic tools available to model your system and subsystems and so on. Okay, so that's very important to manage the system, subsystem, and we have to decompose all the way into a smaller subsystems in the model-based technology, so that it's easier to manage and you can start modeling the system at that point. Okay, we will not go over the details of this one, how we can do this one, maybe is a next session, but I will show you starting from the system side of it. Okay, I'm using 3D Experience platform here, and pretty much you can see how I'm navigating. Okay, so here I wanted to show you how the team can collaborate in a 3D Swim community. We can create different communities, and we can include only team members, or the team. It could be a customer, it could be your stakeholder, or maybe you are communicating with the suppliers to work on your new product development. Okay, in this example, the team is discussing about introducing a new front cover, so they are not happy with the existing older cover. They wanted to introduce a new one, so they are going through this community discussing all that. And there you can filter on the ideas. Okay, each individual team member is providing different ideas, and then they can get the voting. Okay, so how many agreed for different front cover? So finally they agreed to go with the pink color. Okay, so once you have all this information, so you can move that idea into a project plan. So that project plan means you are basically approving the requirements and taking it to, you want to start working on it. So from this idea itself, we can transfer the idea into a requirements. Since this one is already connected, so that's why I see you see this link. But I can show you the video how the requirements are modeled. Okay, so here let me play this video. Okay, so a product manager reviews the new notification came from the community, and ideas from her community members to introduce new features. So they are discussing about all that. You can add your team members to comment on your ideas, discuss. You can filter on your ideas, and once you have everything finalized, and you can publish to the community. So each person, we have this notification available for the person to see, okay, there is a new notification waiting for them to access it and work on that one, or reply to the, notifications. So here, this is how the team is collaborating. So once you have that requirements finalized, it connects to the system directly and add to your requirements specification. Okay, so it will be available in your 3D Experience platform. They can access it anytime and then start working with the requirement specification. Okay, so that's how these ideas are passed to the requirement specification. So once you have it with the requirement specification, you can start working on the assigning to the new model and so on. Okay, so I wanted to go to the next one. So once you have that requirements ready and finalized it, and now the project manager can start working on the project plan. So here, they have different project plans getting ready. They are allocating the resources. At the same time, they can start planning for this project timeline. So once you have the requirements defined, and then you can import requirements from different sources. It's not just through collaborating with the community. You can import requirements from Word or Rectify, which is very nice tool that you can connect to any systems to pull the information or requirements from different applications. Okay. So once you have all your information available, we can, assign this. Actually, this one is showing the task is completed and the deliverable is the requirement specification, completed here, attached to here. Okay, so the person who is assigned to work on this task can finish the project and make it as 100% completed, so then they can move to the next task. Okay, I won't go over too much detail into project plan, but let us know if you would like to hear more about project management. We can arrange a new session for you. Okay, so this is very important. So the requirements are gathered, and now we have the requirement specification getting ready. So you can see this all the way, different chapter. We organize it into specification. It could be chapters and sub requirements and sub requirements and so on. And we have this parameters. We can add all the information, so that will be valuable for any validation purpose. Okay, so we have comments, and all this information is available here. In this view, you can see, we have different views. This is the content editor, and this is the structure editor. In this view, you have all this information available. So this is including the new requirement that came from our community. So once you click on this one, it will take you to the community back, so you can monitor and make changes to that one. So we have older front cover information and so on. Easily navigate based on this different projects and different chapters. You can move to the cross highlight from here, and then it will take you to the right information. Okay, so that's easy to navigate and so on. So once you have all that information, we have the toolbar available to filter requirements and pass it to the export to CSV file, or you have other activities here, like life cycle activities, collaborating with the team members, and assigning some configurations and so on. At the same time, you can manage your changes directly from this requirements management application. Create any changes that you want to assign, particular changes to this one, and assign to the user from here. Okay, we will see that a little bit later. So now I wanted to show you a little bit more on this one. If I expand that information, so you see this information, everything is there. What's the priority? And here I just wanted to show you the configuration, the evolution. So the new request came for the pink cover. So the pink cover is going to be added to the next BME, so the next model version. Okay, so here we can assign the configuration, and this is the one product manager is getting ready for the next model revision. Okay, so in this one, I know they have this new information getting ready, so they can assign the effectivity starting from my 2021 onwards. I want to introduce the pink cover. Okay, so they can manage these requirements. This information is available to everyone who is logging into this collaborative space, and also the project. They are part of this access. They have the access to this information. They can see all this information. So there is no need to, the person who is working on the manufacturing or design side, they will see the latest information here. Okay, so once you have all that, I just wanted to show you how we can manage the life cycle. So let me play the video for that. So here, you can easily manage the life cycle states. So we have this tool here. So promote life cycle from frozen state to released. So we can create new revision and replace the new revision with the latest one. All that information is here available in your structure editor. So you can do it on the content editor also, but this is showing very nicely. Is easy to navigate. So here, once you say, for example, you have a requirements and you have it with a parameter, you can revise both of them together. So once you have it revised, you can assign to the right model revision. Okay, so say suppose the new charging time or the battery, we wanted to assign it to the next model version. Okay, so that information can be done here very easily. So here, we are changing the parameter to different values, and we have all the the real or any voltage or anything that you want to change is available here. Okay, so let me move forward a little bit. So something that we just saw it. Okay, So once you have, this requirement management tool available to manage all your life cycle states, all your requirements, all your model evolutions and everything, and the person who is a product manager most of the time working on the new model version, they can view all the information based on the requirements. They can allocate, okay, with the variance and variability options. Okay, so this information is available, so they define all that. And in this one, so they say, okay, we want to work on the next version level, so they can go to the next 2021B, which is going to be the pink cover, so they can add that front cover for this one. Okay, and then they set up some rules and also the product configurations. So here we have different configurations. So the light version will have the pink color, and for the the older one will have the white color. Okay, so that's how this model revision is organized. And this configure this model definition, we can have documents, any documents that you would like to attach, all the requirements that you want to satisfy for these models. And I don't have any manufacturing assigned here, but if you have any manufacturing plans, then you can associate to this particular model. Say suppose you want to have this 2020 model developed in one plant, and then you want to have a 21 model associated to another plant, you can define that here. Okay, so once you have your models and model definition getting ready, so you can work on the configurations. Okay, so here I wanted to show you a little bit on this product structure, how the the design team is getting ready to work on this product structure. So they can so look at this product structure. So this one we call it as 150%. That means that we have all the information available here. Okay, so based on the requirements, we have new front cover parts are getting ready. At the same time, same variant and model information is used from the requirements and also in the design time. Okay, so we associate all the information here, and just same way that we associate the requirements. Okay, so this is how the model is getting ready, the design work is getting ready. You can see the 3D view here. Okay, so I'm going to filter this one and show you two different configuration filters that we have set up for 2020 model and 2021 model. So in this filter, let me select that one and select here. I can go to the configuration. So this one is highlighting the 2021 model. Okay, so now it says 2020. I want to show you. And at the same time, I want to select the front cover with the 2020 light version of this model. Okay, so once I filter, okay, validate the selections and then apply. Okay, so now I have this white color. You're not seeing a big difference here because I haven't filtered this one yet. Okay, so this one I wanted to filter. Okay, so here this one I want to keep the 2021, and I want to select the light for that, and then okay, so now we have the requirements collected from the ideation. Now the design team is getting ready to work on the requirements. At the same time, they are working on this design activity. So the 2020 model, we have a white front cover, and then 2021 model, we have this pink cover. Okay, so this is very useful for the designers to start working on that and making sure that they are satisfying all the requirements, and they can monitor all the activities. They can see the relations and all that information here. So this tool is helping that to perform all that activity. Okay, so now we would like to manage all the changes. So for example, I'm going to show you the requirements related changes here. So once we have this, it's all happening. So you have a different dashboards. You can create it, you can share it with the team. At the same time, you have different tabs. So based on your activity every day, you can create your own dashboard. and I have everything showing here. But individually, say suppose you are working on only on the configuration, you will have this tab and maybe a few other tabs and so on. Okay, so based on your daily activities, you can create these tabs. So here I wanted to show you how we can manage the changes. So say, for example, in this story, there is an issue raised against a requirement is missing a parameter for validation. But the parameter, this in requirement is already released. So we need to go through the change action to revise the requirement and add the new parameter. So now we are working on assigning the requirement, the change action to revise the requirement, and then we can assign to a new person to work on this one. Okay, so here the change action is created. So the review, we can review the change action created, and we can assign the members. So just for this particular demo, I just assigned myself as a assignee and approver, but you may have your team members assigned to this one. In the proposed changes, let me pause here. In the proposed changes, you have the existing released requirement here, and we wanted to make that to revise so that we can create a new revision. So that is going to be the one with a new parameter. So this life cycle state helps us to move from from draft to in work, and then we can go through approval process once we are done with all the work. Okay, so here now the revision B is created. Now the assignee is going to work on the new revision and add the new parameter. Okay, so they have to work under change action so that they can keep track of all the history, all the modifications, and that will be helpful for them to go back and trace the changes happened. Okay, so now we add the new parameter. So this is going to be a temperature. So you have different values available, different radius, different temperature values. So you can select that in the units, different units, and then you can include the minimum value or the maximum value, or you can keep it open. So that can be done here. Okay, this information, just wanted to pause 1 minute. This information can be passed to your simulation tools or any other validation tools that you are going to have for these requirements to validate for this particular temperature. For example, if this particular BME is going to get warmer or hot once you run it for so many hours, or what's the maximum temperature that this particular model can handle it. Okay, so this information can be passed to your simulation tools to validate these particular requirements and this particular model. Okay, so once you have all the changes made, you can modify that to the life cycle to frozen, so that you can ask the approver to review and approve the changes made. So you can see all the history behind all the changes. So now they can request for approval. So once you have that approval, and the approver, since this is only just me, so I'm going to approve this one, approve the changes. And once that's approved, so you have your notification sent, and then at the same time you will have the new requirements created with the parameter is in release state. Okay, everything is finalized and is in release state. So all your changes happen, everything is in final. Okay, so now since we've been through from starting from ideation all the way to requirements, and it's about time for us to go through the traceability. Okay, so here I wanted to show you a couple of different traceability. So this one is we are using this traceability application system synthesis, and here we can create different scope to analyze your activity. Okay, so now I don't know how many of you are familiar with our CATIA native application. So we have different information, RFLP information can be viewed in this native client. So I'm showing a little bit on this native application here. So here we can include the requirements, functional, logical, and the physical. So you can see the BME model. At the same time, you have all the requirements associated, all the requirement specification. And also if you have the functional and logical, you will see that in this layer, in this native client. Okay, so we can insert new requirements. So today we are going to highlight only the requirements related to activities. So we can include new requirement specification, and we can assign the links or the satisfy all this in the content viewer, and make all this traceability matrix is very helpful to assign the requirements to particular model definition or the physical activity going on, physical product structure activity going on. Okay. So we create implement relations so that we know we are satisfying the requirements. At the same time, so here, this is another view of your traceability. In this view, you can see your requirement specification and what are the requirements are satisfied by, implemented by which particular, the CAD model, okay, or your model definition. So you can see all that, and if you have a variance and evolutions assigned, you will see that information here. So this is very helpful to go filter and review all your information. So now in this view, you can see the links are showing, and we can see how many requirements are connected or satisfied, and how many are not as allocated to the models or model definition. You can view from here. In this view, the ones showing in orange color or the red color are the ones not allocated to any model, and we would like to work on this one. You can filter all that and assign to a your team member to work on those requirements. Okay, so different views can be you can create from different views and select all the information. You can review information, you can share it with your team members, and assign to it could be an external team member or internal team members to work on this activity. Okay. Okay, so let me get to this one. So that's your traceability activity. So once you have all that traceability defined, at the same time we have this compare tool available. We have compare tool. We can compare two different requirement specification. It could be you can filter it for your two different model revisions, or if you want to compare two different requirement specification, we can use the Innovia compare functionality application to compare the requirement specification. So this one is showing comparing two different requirements. You can see that model version A and then model version B. So you can see that what's showing in different highlights. It shows one is allocated to the technical details, all that information. So you have the other model version with different assignments, okay, different allocation status. You can see that information in compare. Okay, so same thing, so now in our example we have this new pink cover, so and also the white cover. So you can see that one particular model is only with white, but the other one doesn't have that. And if you scroll down, and it will show the next one, next compare results with only the the pink cover. So here only the pink cover is in the model revision B, but not in the model revision A. So this compare tool will help you identify whether you have all the information rightly associated or allocated to the right model revisions and so on. Okay. Okay. So starting from here, I wanted to get back to my first page. So from here, with the 3D Experience platform, we have the power to communicate, starting from ideation, collecting requirements from external sources, passing to the collaborating with the different team members and communicating with the team members. And within the same platform, we can manage the project plans going on. At the same time, all the validation tools are available, everything connected. There is no need to transfer any information to different systems, or different applications to work on this one. There is no synchronization needed. Everything will be readily available. All the latest information will be available for the different team members to work on. Say, for example, the designer is getting ready with the design activity. So once they are working on this one, working on the model, they don't have to wait for the another application to load and all that information. Once they log in, they can see what's the new requirements coming in. If any requirements are changed, they can see the changes, everything available in this dashboard. So this one, I just wanted to highlight a little bit on this one. So this dashboards, or the tabs, you can create your own dashboard, create different tabs, and here you can see, add a new tab that you would like to have different view. Okay, instead of having in different tabs, you can organize it in in one single tab also, just like what I'm showing here. So you can have multiple, but you will be scrolling up and down. It's all different, the way that you want to manage. There are a couple of things I mentioned earlier, but I did not get a chance to show you. But here I wanted to switch to a different dashboard, where we have, with the help of our NetVibes tools, we can collect information from external sources. Okay, so we can pull information from, say, for example, you are monitoring the government regulations, standards, and on so on. So you can get the feeds from different websites, different sources, and collect all the information and monitor here. Okay, so this could be, and also monitor how your market, the BME market, is doing, and you can get the latest information. Say, for example, they are looking into adding new features, so though you can actually speed up your product development and deliver to the market on time. Okay, and if this information is collected, you're monitoring, at the same time you want to pass particular information back to our 3D swim community, so that the team members can collaborate and discuss this external information coming in. Okay, so that can be done here through this published to the 3D swim, so they can collaborate on this information. Here you can have different views created to say view this information. So that will be helpful for the team members to monitor different information coming from your markets, or the government regulations, or the standards, any compliancy quality issues that is needs to be monitored. It can be done using this application. Okay, so that's one thing that I wanted to mention here. I'm switching back to my dashboard with the BME. And another one that I wanted to show you here is okay, here in the requirements management. For example, if you are monitoring all the requirements, and you can have multiple requirement specification loaded into this application, and you can connect from requirements. You can link requirements from here. You can have this link requirements to different sub requirements, and so on. So there are so many other functionalities that can be done to manage these requirements. So we are not going all the functionalities today, but it can be done in this application here. Organizing it, say here you want to have a new specification folder created, you can do that. Or you have a way to insert new requirement specification, or create new specification, and so on. Okay, so everything is available in this toolbar. At the same time, you have it available in your right mouse click, and you will see all these actions available for you. Okay, so different lifecycle applications here, you can create, duplicate requirement specification, or particular set of requirements you can duplicate, and you can have revisions created, and so on. Okay, and then if, say, for example, you want to assign some requirements to a different team members, you can do that here. Okay, so if you click on that one, it'll give you the collaborative space if you want to search through the collaborative space, or you want to pass these requirements to a different organization, or you want to change the owner. All that can be done in this tool. Okay, and here we just went through the requirements. So this is where we communicate all these, assign all these requirements into particular model or model revisions. Okay, this information is coming from our product manager who is working on this product definition. That's the same information that they are using it in the requirements. So there is no need to wait for this model revision to get ready. So while working on that, the requirements team can work on the assignment of this model. Okay, so there is no need to synchronize, no need to transfer any information or send back and forth. Everything is available with the platform. That's the value that the 3D Experience platform brings, since we have all the information shared in the same platform, and we are accessing through different applications based on our daily activities. Say I am expert on CATIA design activities, I'll be working on this product configurations, and maybe in the native client I'll be just designing these activities. So if somebody is working on the requirements, they will have the requirements applications loaded here. This compass, I wanted to highlight a little bit on this one. This is where we have, based on our roles, all our applications are loaded here based on the roles assigned to. So I have plenty of roles assigned to me, so that I'm seeing all these tools here. Okay, so say suppose you are working on a particular set of information, your role is only particular. Say for example, if you are the classification manager, you will have only these two applications available for you to work on. So based on the if you're a digital mockup review manager, so you will have different tools available for you. Okay, so this is the compass, and based on from the compass we can access the applications that we would like to view or work on this one. Okay, so we went through starting from ideation all the way to getting the information from the external source, collaborating with the team members, getting ready with the project plan. We can go over this one in the next session if you would like to. Just send us information on the community if you are interested in going over the Cameo or any other tools, how to model the systems. And we have seen a little bit on how we are managing the requirements, how we can model the system in, and create the 3D geometry here, 3D physical structure. At the same time, we can monitor and get the traceability, and how many requirements are allocated, what are the requirements that's pending, and all the activities can be done in this traceability application. Okay, so that's all I planned for today. Any questions or anything that we would like to go over in detail? We can cover that.
Yep, that was fantastic. Thank you, Rajani.
Thank you.
Very in depth. Let's see. I'm just looking at the post now. Again, if you're watching and you would like to ask a question, please go to the link below in the description of the YouTube video. That will lead you to the user community post. I'm just going to show you real quick again. This is the post in the user community. And you just need to scroll down to the bottom and add your comment here. So right now we invite you to ask any questions you may have. I'm going to share the screen back to Rajani, so in case she needs to demo anything for you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to refresh here, see if any questions have come in. Right now, no questions. You might have explained all, Rajani.
So anyway, if you have any questions, later on, please feel free to update the community, post it there. We'll be checking the questions, even after this today's session. We can answer it from there.
Yep, that's right. So,
and at the same time, I think we can share some of these videos with them, right, Matthew?
Exactly.
So
yep, we can share these videos if you want to see them a little crisper view. We have all the presentation materials. So Yeah, this was wonderful. I really want to thank Rajani. I bet you all enjoyed having her today. So hopefully we can beg her back for a session 2. But
Thank you.
otherwise, Rajani, I guess we'll
Yeah, I
wave
know we
goodbye.
finished a little bit early, but in the future sessions, I just wanted to highlight maybe as a discussions for future sessions. We can go over the logical structure and also the engineering release. Okay, so this shows the digital continuity, how we can starting from ideation, the same requirements, and all the way you can have the engineering release activity going on, and also eventually we can show the manufacturing. Okay, manufacturing items management and all that.
Fantastic.
Okay, so that's for future
Yeah,
webinars.
we can't wait. That's great. All right, everyone. Rajani and I are signing off. So we hope to see you around the community. Please, again, if you have questions, even if you're watching this on demand in a week, post your question to the original post, and we will be answering and checking there. So thank
Yep,
you.
thank you very much.
Bye now, everyone.
Bye bye.